When we wanted to introduce ATMs to commercial bank, it cost was 5 million rupees for ATM, and we were told by some people, what is the return you will get on 5 million? Based on return on investment, I don't think we got anything. But if it's return on customer service, then I think return is infinite. Today, commercial bank has the largest network of ATMs probably in Sri Lanka. And the revenue that we get through ATMs is unimaginable, especially over a weekend when there are holidays. It's very difficult to keep pace with the pace at which ATMs are being emptied of cash. So, I mean, that is the way one thinks. If you think like that, at that time, return on investment, definitely no ATMs. But if it is to improve customer service, make it more comfortable for the customers, more convenient for the customers, yes, it is. And as you know, banks in Sri Lanka have been slow in computerization. Maybe commercial bank has been faster, though Sampath was the pioneer. Probably we were able to make it more extensive because we are a larger bank. And without computerization, I don't think we would ever have had the competitive edge that we are having now. Our main competitive edge, I would say, is the fact that all our branches are interconnected and transactions can take place from branch to branch, and it is effective. Many other banks attempted it, but due to various reasons, they did not succeed fully. So we had that advantage. But now, obviously, other banks are putting the act together. And very soon, what next for commercial bank? That's an interesting question. As I said, we have reached a certain level of customer service, but what next? And that is something that we are contemplating. Whether the proprietary system that we are using now would be desirable and suitable for the future is a question mark. We are at present very happy with what we are achieving, but we are not, I believe, using the full potential of an open platform system from which we can get probably not only much better customer service at the front desk, but also research on customer categorization of customers on different aspects of customer information. And the time has come when we have to start thinking, are we continuing with the same system, or are we going to change? So then another interesting story I must tell you. Again, I don't want to mention names. There was a seminar on banking, and there was a foreign person coming here from a very eminent foreign bank, and when I asked the question from him about 4 years ago, what progress have you made in internet banking? He was very vague. He really avoided the question. I was very surprised because internet banking, even if it was not that common, that's 5 years ago. Today, when I visit countries, when I ask them questions about banking also just to get some information, 60% of their customers do banking on the internet. They neither go to ATM, nor do they go to a bank. 60% of customers, I'm asking ordinary people, most of them, people who are educated, do internet banking. So, internet banking, we took a long time to introduce at commercial bank because again, the mindset was, we have, at that time, we have only 50,000 internet connections in Sri Lanka. What is the purpose? But they little realized that once it catches on, it will multiply and multiply. I don't know how many internet connections we have in Sri Lanka now, maybe Daya knows, but certainly, maybe very few customers started with it, but now we have provided the customers an additional service. So, but still, certain areas we are falling short. I think only 2 banks in Sri Lanka have a payment gateway. We don't have one. There again, it's a very difficult mindset to break through sometimes because people are complacent. Commercial bank is doing well. Why should we take a risk in having a payment gateway without proper firewalls? If there are problems, customers will get dissatisfied. They don't want to take a risk because we are doing well. When you're doing badly also, people don't want to take a risk. When you're doing well also, they don't want to take too many risks. So I'm talking today to you not in technological terms, but in strategic terms all I want to drive home is that change is inevitable. And the best way to utilize the potential available in information is, of course, using the computerization possibilities. I must congratulate OpenArc for having worked their way through difficult times and established themselves. I wish Daya and his colleagues all success, and also all other local companies involved in software development. Many of them are now world famous. And although we may not have the computer literacy that our huge neighbor India has, per capita, I believe we have. Our advantage is educated human resource. If the government has not yet put the act together to make computers or computer knowledge available to all schools, because in India, almost every school have their own computers. So from the time children are in school, they are fully computer literate. In Sri Lanka, the educated people, the rich people, their children are doing it, but not the poorer people. So if you want to really spread computer literacy, it must start from the schools. And I hope that your OpenArc company also can get involved in some school based development, because schools begin, the germ begins in the schools and it will spread. Thank you for giving. Before I finish, I must tell you a short story which I have used many a time to demonstrate the need to change and what will happen if you don't change, especially in a globalized world like ours, where we don't transact business only internally but externally, especially with a country which depends on export income to a great extent. This is a story of what is known as a processionary caterpillar. These caterpillars live in temperate forests, they say, and they normally go in processions, the head of one behind the back of the other, and they go in processions following the leader. When they smell the pine needles, they normally break up and start eating the pine needles. A French scientist is supposed to have tried many experiments with these caterpillars, one of which was he put them on the rim of a large flower pot, very large flower pot. Now again they were in a procession, but here the leading caterpillar's head was behind the head of the last caterpillar. So they were now a ring, not a straight line. They were used to putting their head down, and mind you, he kept a bowl of pine needles right in the center. They were used to putting their head down and following the leader. And they went round and round, they say, for 7 days and 7 nights. A lot of activity, but they achieved nothing. What happened? They got hungry, and ultimately they died. So, if you don't change according to the changes that environment is taking, especially now, no company will survive. If you don't change and meet the challenges of change, you will unfortunately, I must say, ultimately die. I know we don't want to die, so remember, change is inevitable. Meet the challenges, confront them, and you can be innovative, be creative, and you can be all the time a leader in your own industry. Thank you.
I would like to focus your attention now on a video that we are about to show you, which is ample testimony of the trust and confidence the customers have in OpenArc. And first, it's Ceylon Merchant Bank and Abans Finance giving their comments. Let's watch it.
The right IT system in your business organization will be the backbone of your future organizational success. Such systems will enable you do your business better, faster and cheaper. Means achieving better results in a shorter time frame and at a lower cost. This is what we all look for. Selection of such IT system or implementation of such IT system will not be just a matter of selecting an IT product, but it's a matter of establishing long-lasting business relationship with your right IT partner organization who will have necessary business knowledge and also the other resources to support you. Primarily, the human resources, the people who should have not only IT knowledge but the business knowledge, and people who will understand what business you are in. OpenArc has been strategically developing such human resources through their own school and through their own education systems. And we have been building up people who are committed to deliver results and also people who have right attitudes to give better customer support. Our clients have been benefited from these resources, and this is what our clients say.
Started to set up the company, we were looking at various application software systems, and having examined the OpenArc and saw what they could offer us, we felt that they were most suited for our operations, particularly as they had a good knowledge and grasp of the finance company operations. And particularly where we were concerned, we, in the advanced finance, we are unique in the position that we have a very captive market within the group, because Avant also do high purchase finance, and we felt that we could use the synergy that were available in the group to our best advantage. And from that point of view, linking the showroom operations with Avant Finance, they were able to tailor-make the software in such a manner that our MIS report, we were able to use it for our decision making. And I must say that they have a very good team of programmers who fully understand and grasp our needs whenever we have a problem. And so we are happy, very happy working with them. And I must say they are very professional in their approach, very flexible and service oriented, which is, I think, what the client needs most.
The software services at your doorstep with different mindset. As our company motto says, offering software solutions with people relationships. And as our corporate philosophy believes, local first and global next. We are a customer-oriented, service-oriented, and relationship-oriented software company offering you services through OpenArc software products. We are in the business of making benefit sharing, rewarding, long-lasting mutual relationships with our customers. With our professional background and industry experience over the last 15 years, we are in a better position to understand our customers' business requirements, and we are in a better position to attend to the change requests that are inevitable and coming to us every day from our customers. And with our trained staff under OpenArc customer-oriented culture, we are in a better position to provide support services in the long run. This is what our customers value in OpenArc, and this is what they appreciate.
Salam Merchant Bank from 1996 have been using the service of OpenArc system management. But I am extremely proud to say, and I would like to put it on record, as a Sri Lankan IT system software solution provider, OpenArc system management under the guidance of Daya has done an excellent service to my group. Today, Salam Merchant Bank, as a finance leasing establishment, as well as Salam Merchant Leasing as a finance company, totally runs on OpenArc system management. Why we are happy with these services? Basically, the systems which are developed are user friendly, and also that at the time of developing the systems, it is unlike the international systems. Mr. Hettiarati has an in-depth knowledge of the Sri Lankan financial markets. Therefore, we have been able to structure the systems which are suited to Sri Lankan markets. Secondly, any modifications that need to do in a very fast track, such as the tax amendments and the regulations, he had been on the spot and he had delivered in time. So we are proud to be that OpenArc. And I'm quite sure OpenArc with the new Skybank versions which is coming up will have a long-term future for the Sri Lankan market.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know there is one gentleman who should really be proud of this great achievement, 15 years of excellence, and to introduce this dynamic personality, I have the pleasure of inviting Eranda. Eranda, it's all yours.
It is an honor to introduce next the very person who dedicated his life to develop all that you see today. He is probably a co-father of OpenArc in all its meaning. The reason why I say that is 15 years ago, he envisioned a world that is governed by one colossal system, a system of open standards. What he dreamt was OpenArc, which is actually derived from the concept of open architecture. He graduated as an engineer from the Faculty of Engineering from the University of Peradeniya in 1981, and then completed his management accountancy studies in 1984 with CIMA. Before achieving his master's degree in computer science in 1992 from the University of Colombo. He is a chartered engineer, a chartered management accountant, and an information systems specialist. He worked as an engineer in the industry sector for several years and later changed his career to a sector where there is a lot of money, banking and finance. During his 9-year-long career in the industry, he was with NDB and Merchant Bank of Sri Lanka. Although he first started as a banker, he later became an IT specialist and then manager in the IT divisions. He's a member of the Institution of Engineers, a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Management, accountants in the UK, and a member of the British Computer Society. Possibly the most valuable achievement in his life is OpenArc. Presently, he is the chairman of the OpenArc Group and remains as the chief architect of the software products developed by OpenArc. He is also an honored educationist, as a dedicated teacher at the OpenArc School of Business and Technology and at OpenArc College of International Studies. He is also a visiting lecturer at the University of Colombo. He has special interest in organizing the software engineering profession in Sri Lanka and has taken a number of initiatives to introduce the United States Software Engineering Institute's Software Process Improvement Network, SPIN, to Sri Lanka. Presently, he is the convener for SEI's SPIN Sri Lanka chapter. He was one of the 3 nominees for the award of Best CEO of ICT Companies in Sri Lanka, which was held recently by ICTA. But for us, you are the best CEO of all. Dear father of OpenArc, Mr. Daya Hettiarache, this heartfelt invitation is for you to speak more of your great vision and share a little of your vast knowledge with all of us today.
Distinguished invitees, dear friends. 15 years is a long period of time. Many software companies have come and gone. OpenArc is one of the companies which has stood proudly and courageously over the last 15 years supporting its clientele. Of course, with many constraints, but with determination and perseverance. This happened in a very stormy economic environment with adverse market and country situations. Today, we celebrate our 15 years of service with heartfelt felicitation and accomplishments with attachment to the nation, which is very well reflected in our saying, local first, global next. It is a great pleasure indeed to be with our much respected, valued clients and prospective clients and well-wishers. Here is our salute to all our clients. I must rather call them as partners who have stood with OpenArc for so long. Thank you very much for being with us with ups and downs in service levels, sharing the pains and happiness at different times, which of course I would say are realities of any partnership or marriage. Dear clients and prospective clients who are gathered here, this is the best assurance we give you. We are a humble and simple company dedicated to customer satisfaction. The company OpenArc will always be there with you. Our doors are open to you and the directors, myself, with my entire team here, are always accessible to you through mobile calls. This is a part of the quality service we provide you. Further, at OpenArc, it is no longer a one-man show. This is a comment I used to get from my clients. And we have such a large team with second-level directors and third-level senior managers, project leaders, and team members. They all will be with you even if I am not there. Looking at the history, I recollect. In fact, everyone have dreams in their lives. Dreams are essential for us to live in a motivated life with happiness. The one who makes such dreams a reality is a true winner of the world. OpenArc has still a long way to go and achieve the dreams. We didn't have great ambitions at the start.